great Zimbabwean philosopher once said. No, I'm laughing because on Christmas we did this game, right? And I say to my aunts, so we were doing like this kind of fill in the blank and general knowledge kind of game. And then I played on YouTube, I don't blame people for disappointing you. I blame myself for it. And my aunts were like, huh? I was like, yo, this is viral. This has gone platinum on social media.
That is a banger. I don't blame people for
Have you ever seen the video though?
No, I've never seen. I just see that 5-second clip.
Yeah, no. So the video, the guy is like, basically he's saying that there's a girl he liked, but he confided in Moyo or whoever, right? But Moyo's got the girl pregnant. So he's like, but he knew that you were interested. He's like, yeah, he's like, you know what? I don't blame people for this. I was like, oh man, that is quintessential. But Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
I've noticed that people are no longer saying Happy New Year.
I mean, we are about almost 2 weeks in.
Yeah, but I think I feel like, I don't know, some years back people would, like, if you saw someone for the first time, they'd be like Happy New Year. But I don't know about you. When I went back, especially when I went back to work, I think it was literally just the first Monday when people were like, yeah, Happy New Year. After that, it was like, oh yeah, by the way, as per my previous email sent on the 23rd of December, have you actioned this?
Mate, that's exactly me at work. We went back first day and it was as if nothing happened. Yeah. So it was just, oh yeah, by the way, looking at the previous and the upcoming quarter, I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm back to this.
Yeah.
I don't know, I didn't feel, because usually afterwards, after the Christmas break, you feel like you have another week or two, get back into it and just feel yourself into it, ease yourself into it. But this time there wasn't enough there. It was just straight in, bang, 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 like we've just, so it's been a bit.
I think it's economic indicators, like there's no winding down before Christmas. And there's no throwing you into like the year. Yeah. Like I think it's but anyway, let's introduce ourselves. Hi guys, you're listening to Chat with Nat with me, Natasha. My friends call me Nat, so you can too. I'm laughing just because when I was preparing for the episode, I actually wrote this down because I was like, my name, don't forget your name. Like, my name is Natasha. And this episode, I keep saying I need to have the buzzer things that people have. We have here. Okay, let me do this properly. We have in 2026. We have here
January 2026.
A master of crafts, right? A subject matter expert.
Oh my gosh.
Right. A man who is good with words, right? As seen on Al Jazeera,
every time.
Alongside Mark Lamont Hill.
Every time.
As seen on Arise News in Nigeria. As seen on some network that I'm forgetting in Ghana. Former political editor for the Southern African Times, mind you. Coach for Reading American football team. Friend to many. And
not friend to many.
A previous clubhouse pioneer. I have here Mr. Brian Lunga.
Hello, how's
clap
everyone doing?
Clap. Yes.
Back at it. My shares keep going up. I think come end of the year, I should be a list on 50-50.
Listen,
I'm just saying.
I'm already going to start with this. So we've got Brian here. If you guys have watched or listened to Chat With Nat before, we know that Brian is a regular. And so I've been finessing to make sure that Brian is even more of a regular. I said everything other than please be a co-host because I was like, hey, there's no money, we're not paying. So how can I call someone to come into poverty? But I think we're gonna have more of you, right, Brian?
I think there might be a possibility. Yeah. The scope is there. I think 2026 in the space of those conversations we're having will be a lot more exciting.
Exactly. And there's much more that we can't wait to tell you guys about. But in the meantime, make sure you guys like, subscribe, forward to your cousin, tell them.
Don't forget your granny, she needs to know what a podcast is.
Exactly. Retweet everything so that we can make this worth Brian's time. Oh, let's get into it. Let me get into my what did I want to start with? Oh, Speed. Is his name Speed? The guy, the streamer.
Something Junior, no?
No, he's
iSpeed.
I know on the thing. Yeah, I know his channel is like I Show Speed, right? But I know he's been all over Africa. So initially I was like, are you familiar with him?
Yeah. More so in the last few weeks. Yeah. I think previously he was just an annoying kid to me. But having said that, one thing I've always respected him for and continue to respect him for is the fact that he has never done any stupid pranks. It's always just about content that just appeals to especially demographic of people around his age group. It's never been about silly little pranks like what's that kid that used to go into people's houses and do random things. It's just always been good, light-hearted fun, doing little challenges and stuff like that, and he's grown a good following from that. So gotta respect that.
Because initially I was seeing people like, oh, Speed is in, but I think I started paying attention when he was in South Africa.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, what's going on? Because I know he was in Angola and whatever. And when I saw him, I was like, oh, this is who, because there's another guy called Speedy, right?
Speedy?
Yeah. He does interviews and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I've come across him.
I'll Google him. I'll show. I think you'll be familiar with him once I show you. But I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then I realized that I've seen this guy in a meme. He, there's this TikToks that people used to do. Be like, I'm forgetting what they're like, nah. And then something kind of corny or whatever comes and like, yeah, this is it. Anyway, that came from Speed. And I was just like, this guy is doing a lot for, I want to say tourism.
Yeah.
Right? But what I've seen, in terms of comments, it has been so positive in terms of wow, this guy has gone to Africa and he's showing them so much of the different culture. And I think in a way that I saw some of the comments where Black Americans were like, oh, he's being received with so much love, right? And just so much joy. And apparently he's kind of done this before, in different places in Europe where sometimes he's faced racism, but they're like, they love us, because I think there's this whole thing online, especially online and for people who are chronically online, where it's African Americans versus Africans, and I just feel like it's just more so online, but it's not the reality. So I don't know if you saw one of the things that I liked. He was in Botswana, right, and there was a little girl who was showing him how to play the marimba. I don't know if it's like the marimba but it looked like the marimba. And she must have been 6, 7 at the most, right? And he was playing it, but then she was proper strict. She was like, no, again. Oh, it was so cute. I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff. He was in Zim as well. I think he's in,
he's in Rwanda. Now I think he's moved on from Zambia.
Really?
Yeah. I managed to catch a few of the clips, and there's so many things to highlight from that trip. And I think firstly is just to say the spotlight he's put on at the moment Southern Africa has been immense, because a lot of people are now taking the time to look at what Southern Africa looks like, what the culture looks like, what people look like, and I think a lot of things are come from Black Americans usually is that when they get to Africa in general, all the 54 countries in Africa is not one country. When they get to Africa in general is that they realize that their blackness doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because everyone's black.
Yeah.
Even if you're in, South Africa, Zimbabwe, that has a very, big white demographic, still being black isn't, the huge defining factor of you walking into a space.
Yeah.
You are just another person that's just walked in.
Yeah.
The only time people start raising their eyebrows is when you start speaking because your accent is different. But with that, it's just like, oh, okay, cool, welcome. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
So I think that's the first part in that, he's highlighting Africa to the world.
Yeah.
Especially the world that has not seen Africa as much. The second part that it highlights is a lot of our brothers like clout. Ooh, boy. Hey, a lot of our brothers and sisters love a bit of clout. I've never seen grown men and women just ready to name drop and, mate, it was terrible.
Yeah, because I wondered, like, in terms of, like, the planning, like, I'm sure he has a whole team, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, because I feel like he's kind of got it right, in terms of, at the very least, the experiences, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder, like, how do they know, like, who to get in touch with, like, in what country? So, like, with Zim, what I saw when he arrived, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, they were doing that whole thing when the officials are lining up, like, and it looked like it was so early in the morning, and I was just like, oh my God.
Hey, listen, in Zimbabwe, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Was it 3 o'clock?
I was just saying, in Zimbabwe, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You always, grown adults have to go line up and say goodbye to the chief if he's going. If the chief is going, you have to go and line up.
Listen.
There's no other way. But funnily enough, that piece that you speak of was not meant to be recorded.
Oh.
So that was not recorded by his team. And at one point, if you look at some of the clips, there's a point where one of the production team says, please, no recording.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, okay.
They were not meant to record that part. Because because they know, and kudos to his production team. So what they do is they then contact people that are influencers within the place they're going to.
Yeah.
And then those influencers, then they tell them what kind of stuff they're looking for, then they try and curate that. So their production team does that, very small production team.
Yeah.
But then now, they don't want to mix with politics.
Yeah.
But our folk love mixing with politics. So now even when they arrive, you'll find that all these places going to, there's been a minister maybe of tourism or whatever. It's happened in all these places been to, which is fine, well and good.
Yeah.
But because them guys want to take that and politicize it, he doesn't want that. You'll find that even when it comes to the people that are around, whenever it's somebody that is trying to claim some sort of fame or influence or whatever within that society, I'm the best whatever, I do this and that, he just locks off.
Yeah. Do you know what? Thank you so much, because I saw that, and because I felt like it kind of looked like they were trying to scarf him up. But it looked like she was kind of like a Zambia or something. There was a lady but they put something on him. And then I heard that. So I was kind of a bit like, I didn't know who didn't want what to be recorded, right? But it makes so much sense what you're saying. But you know what? Oh, and then on that point, they were at some club or something.
Oh, goodness.
And this guy, there's this character called Scott, whatever. I think he's an MP, right?
Yeah, Scott is an MP, and Scott also is a very influential businessman.
Yeah. But what was so interesting is, I need to be careful because this is about children. So there were children there, and they were basically trying to get him to take pictures with them. And then he had to say, I'm not sure if these are Scott's children or whatever, but that name was kind of thrown about. And he had to say, why are kids in the club?
But that's why I go back to that second point of it exposed a lot of things with us where we are such in a bubble.
Yeah.
And we think everything we do is normal.
Yeah.
There's some things that we do that are not normal.
Yeah.
There's no way, even even in the South African context, even a lot of people are like, I've never seen kids at a tavern. People at tavern.
Yeah.
Abantwana.
And he was so
No
annoyed because he
chance.
kept saying, bro, why are kids here? But it's because access, whatever, So it's like, oh yeah, I'll get my.
But that's the thing, that content creators tend to forget right across where he's going.
Yeah.
They tend to forget one thing. Speed is there to create his own content.
Yeah.
Not to create content with you.
Yeah.
You want to create content with him so you can latch on and get a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's not there for that. He's there to create his own content.
Yeah.
He's got his own stuff that he's creating.
Yeah.
That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
So if you come and say, I am so and so, I do so, it's just like, nope, I don't care. I'm doing my backflip and I'm moving on.
Because he was like, who's Scott?
I just don't care enough.
Like, who's
I've got my own following. I've got my own things going on. I don't need you to add any extra. The only guy I'll commend though, and I'll give a huge thumbs up to, is Johnny.
Yes.
Listen, Temu Speed.
Yeah.
Now that's a guy that got an opportunity, latched on and walked with it. And I think personally, in my opinion, I think he saved the whole Zim stream.
Oh,
I think it would have been tragic, but he pulled it together, and the vibe, them working together, equals the plan they had together. Really worked it.
He was so amazing. And you know what, like even with the Zim, like I really liked even here the thing with the woman, like apparently the strongest woman in Africa, Chido. I think her name is Chido, and they were pulling like a truck, and there was so I you know what, to me it looked like such a good advert for Zim. Even like when I was having like salsa with whatever.
But listen, slow it. Can we stop personalizing Sads and making out like it's the only thing that Zim has? Firstly, second, like it's only 18 Zim. Please, let's stop that. Please, can we just stop that? Can we just, all those Southern Eastern African countries that eat it don't. I've never seen people that politicize food like Sads. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Comrade, yeah. Order, please withdraw that Delel because so I what was it, last weekend or something, I was making is trial or whatever, and there's a TikTok that I had seen. Actually, shout out to, there's this guy called Danny, like he does Two Broke Twinbos. So his wife has a TikTok that I really love.
She wants to be the best pie maker in Zim. I've seen that.
I think her name is Tasmin. I could be wrong, but I absolutely love her content. So one of the things she says, she's like, I realized that people in Zimbabwe don't put salt when they're making pap, right? When they're making salsa, right? And then I've seen all these other, where they do all sorts with I'm not ready to go that far.
Did you add salt?
Yes.
How was it?
So to me, it was fine, right? And then, like, this is literally 2 days after, my aunt is like, can I ask? She's like, yes. Like, is Chola Lesada, did you put salt? I was like, yeah. She's like, please don't do that.
Oh, wow.
She was like, please don't. But the thing is, I know some people, like when I was growing up, when we were cooking porridge, sometimes my grandmother would put a little bit of salt, like just a little bit. She was like, no, please don't. And then I was thinking to myself, hey, if only you knew, like, there are some recipes that, because I've seen people make pap
aroma
with exactly, and whatever, and but then I was just like, hey, so that's why we personalize salsa, because we want it
But in Malawi they eat it that way. They don't do anything. I think South Africa is the only one that branches out quite a lot.
Oh really?
Malawi, it's nice and clean. Namibia.
What do Malawians call salsa, Australia?
There is. Oh my goodness.
I feel like it's like cheese.
Njima is Zambia.
Okay.
Some of the Zambian
Wouldn't it be the same, because it's kind of similar languages, no?
Yeah, I think there's another one that I kind of forget. But anyhow, they eat it that way. The only time it starts getting a bit different is when you start getting to East Africa, where they start making it a bit harder rather than as soft as we like it. But the one that experiment a lot is South Africa.
It's South Africans.
Because even what's the other one? We have it as well in some parts of Matebele and Mpo.
Oh yes, I know.
So other than that, really,
we
don't Nobody else experiments that much. You lot personalize it like you're the first ones that's ever ate that. You lot act like maize came from Zim, you know. It's a Mexican thing. It's okay.
No, please.
It's from Mexico.
No, you're taking it too far now. You are absolutely taking it too far.
It's from Zim. It's just not from Zim. It's from Mexico. No. Maize comes from Mexico. Okay?
No.
Thank God for those Portuguese
what do you mean?
Sailors. Otherwise, you lot be out here eating amabele.
So you're trying to say, see, I can't say I'm even coughing because you're rocking my world. What do you mean maize comes from Mexico?
Maize is not indigenous to Africa.
Why does it grow so well?
Because the climate is similar.
But who said that? Christopher Columbus. I trust that guy. If it's a Christopher Columbus who told you guys that maize comes from Mexico.
Maize is not indigenous to Zimbabwe as much as pounded yams are not indigenous to West Africa.
Fake news.
These are all coming from...
Where are yams indigenous?
Again, South America.
Nah.
Brazil is very thingy. Yeah, Brazilian cultures are very good at making different types of yam.
We need to investigate this further. What is indigenous to us then?
Amabele best. I don't know, but amabele best.
Really?
Yeah.
What is amabele in English, by the way?
Sorghum, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So
those are drought-resistant crops because you lot are in a drought area anyway.
Anyway, listen. Shout out to Speed. I think his name is Speed. Is it I Speed? Listen, I hope I'm not saying his name. But shout out to him. It was so beautiful. I think it will do a lot for people just really wanting to travel, tourism.
And I think the other third part that it exposed. Yeah. First part, it exposed, obviously, you know, people to Southern Africa, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Second part was some of our failures in planning these things adequately. The third part, I think that it exposed greatly was the propaganda that is fed to a lot of Americans.
Yeah.
That it exposed a lot because a lot didn't quite realize that, you know, Africa has that level of development. Yes, it's not perfect in parts.
Yeah.
But I don't think they expected that level of development.
Yeah.
I think they're stuck in the gods must be crazy kind of level.
Yeah, no. Let me try and play this actually because it's a clip where hold on. So he's talking about why he does what he does. I hope this works.
People dream to go to Africa Safari. Thank you for the live experience. Speed, love, work. Thank you, ma'am. Chad, that's what I'm here for. I'm for the people that can't travel. Chad, I'm just for the people who can't travel. I try to give y'all the best experience. I don't make a cut down video. I'll show y'all live. I'll show y'all a live experience. A raw, true experience of me being.
Yeah, so I just like that way. He was like, you know, I'm making stuff for people who travel, which kind of okay. This would be a whole other episode because I feel like it was so good to see what he was doing. Juxtapose it to the whole like Dirty December. The whole like, you know, when people go back to West Africa, care to say, although I feel like Southern Africa is a bit different in terms of how we approach December. I don't think it's like it's just, because sometimes those things feel like it's these people coming from like England, from America, going to Nigeria, going to Ghana, and, you know, experiencing like this big level of wealth and whatever, and not really engaging with like locals and like local economies, and it's just benefiting, you know, this big hotel chains, and I don't know, there's just something about but it could be it may have something to do with just, I guess, people are struggling, so people maybe don't really want to see this kind of glamorous content because it's kind of like if you don't have but I thought that was interesting, but anyway, moving on. And Anthony Joshua.
Oh man, that's tragic. That is tragic. I think above all and everything, it's just one of those things where you just gotta think about the level of not only pain but the mental anguish one has to go through. Just even the thought of Nigeria could probably set him off in a mental state of thinking about that, because you just think I took these guys with me to this place and this is what happened. So that's rough for my guy, man. I can't. Yeah, that's tough.
That is so tough, and yeah. I mean, I was thinking the same. That I can't even imagine. I mean, I think I believe those guys had been to Nigeria before, but I'm assuming that the link was Anthony Joshua, right?
And then that's what I'm saying. That's the thing, that if you're going there based on, I'm going there because my mate is going there. My mate is from there.
So it kind of made me think, because I've got some friends that I'd really love to experience Zim. Like if we had money, do like the whole South African, do Zim, South Africa, whatever. And I just thought, nah, you know what? I mean, I don't know. I just felt like, oh my God, you now really have to think about people's safety.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously it's not your fault, but it's kind of like, have you ever had your friends visit homes in SA?
So 2022, I took, but I had the privilege of being a best man to one of my very good friends.
Yeah.
And the decision I made at that time was that we'll go to Cape Town for his bachelor's. Phenomenal trip.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What?
You're not just going to move past that. Where's your friend from?
He's
from
mixed.
Here?
Yeah, he's from here, but he's from mixed heritage, actually. Zambia and St. Kitts, I think. Yeah, yes.
And he was getting married here in the UK?
Yes.
And for a bachelor's party, you thought Cape Town, South Africa is the best place to take a young man? Are you trying to sabotage this guy? Were you trying to sabotage his marriage?
You forgot the key word. Yeah. A responsible young man.
Hey.
Responsible. That's key.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. If my fiance was going to, for our bachelor, we're going to, for our stag do, we're going to Cape Town, South Africa?
Yeah. A responsible young man. That is important to add, that he's responsible. So yeah, we went to Cape Town, and the first sort of kind of conversations, throwing it out there at first, people, you could tell there was an element of apprehension towards it. Yeah. And, one or two people are suggesting, maybe let's do Thailand, let's do this and that. Yeah. Let's go maybe Netherlands, Amsterdam, whatever. Yeah. But I stuck to my guns and I thought, Cape Town, I think, final decision I'll make is Cape Town. Yeah. Let's do Cape Town. Which, the more people are like, but is it not safe out there? And just thinking, I did quite think very deeply on it. And I think when we were there were moments where I overthought certain elements. Just thinking maybe it's not, maybe. But having said that, I did not overly lay that and say, oh no, it's dangerous, don't do this, don't do that. If you're going to do... No, it was just, we're all going to have fun. Just go ahead, do your thing. Yeah. But let's just be mindful how we do things. Yeah. And I think for the guys that went there would say a time was had. Full stop.
I can believe it. I can believe, which is why I said, is Cape Town because I to your point, I can't believe that Cape Town would be so much better than all the other suggestions.
It was phenomenal.
Oh my God.
It was phenomenal at every level, right? It got to a point where, this is a serious insight, by the way, because I never share these kind of details. Yeah. But I'll say this, it got to a point where I think the last night we were driving through into the city center, and obviously it's mountainous and everything, and we're just winding through the roads, seeing the mountains. And I remember that day very vividly because we all were just quiet, and the quietness going for dinner that night was because we're just, the shock reality of, oh snap, we've got to go back to everything now. Everything's got to go back to square one. We've been here for a week, and we've just had the time of our lives. We didn't think about anything else. Right? Other than this moment we're in here. And it was a very reflectful moment and a very reflectful trip because as lads, sometimes it takes us being away from those normal scenarios to realize that, damn, these are my brothers, I value these guys. We look after each other. So it was, I think, yeah. I mean,
And you'll always have
phenomenal.
Cape Town like as a memory that kind of brings you together.
Oh, amazing. And for me, the most important thing was for him, two things I wanted to do for him. It was that, firstly, I wanted him to have a unique place.
Yes.
Whenever he talks about his bachelors, it should feel unique.
Yeah.
Not only to him, but to people listening.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of people that I think I've come across in this world that can say, oh, my bachelor's was in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
You know, we hear that almost every time. So I was just trying to avoid that. You know, like Las Vegas, you hear that quite frequently. So I was trying to avoid that a little bit. And I think the other part was to try and get his community close together as much as possible.
Yeah. No,
So,
I mean, all I'm hearing is you guys have money.
Behave yourself.
That's all I'm taking
Far
from
from
this
it.
conversation.
Hey, all I'm saying, the rand conversation, the rand conversion, that rand conversion will make £500 feel like you're in a different planet.
Listen, balling. But anyway, quickly, because I know, like at the top, you know, I was kind of joking and I said like you're a coach. But so, what's your team?
Oh, the Reading Knights American football team.
Okay, yes. So you're proper like into like NFL stuff. So this is my opportunity to and we've got Super Bowl coming up.
Yeah.
When is Super Bowl?
It's usually the first Sunday of February.
Oh, is it? Okay. So there's no need to wait to kind of. I'm trying to pretend as if I'm being hyper, but. You know, I was like Cardi B and Steffon Digg.
Steffon. Oh my god.
No, obviously, you know, if you don't know these characters, you know, you are a much better person than me. You're a much better person than me. The basic Cardi B is a rapper, like really popular. Most people know her, and she's with Steffon Digg, who is he a quarterback? What is
No, he's a wide receiver.
He's
wide receiver.
Wide, as if I know what that means.
Just don't take it literally.
For the Patriots. So I thought obviously they've been in the news and stuff in the blogs because Cardi B had a baby, has just had a baby with him.
Yeah.
And then it's all come out that, you know, he's had multiple children like in 1 year. I think there's kind of like interest around their relationship because they are a good looking couple. Yeah. They are a good looking couple. And then there's all these kind of side issues that, you know, are keeping the blogs going. But what I've noticed, and that's why I really wanted to bring this conversation up with you, is because you're like a proper fan. Like you're in the sport.
Proper is a strong word, but I'm a fan.
As from the time I've known you, like, you know, that's a big part of your world, right? Yeah. So I was just wondering, like, does it kind of annoy you when you know, the game is now kind of taken over by all these like celebrities? Because also Taylor Swift with what's his
Travis
name?
Kelce.
Travis Kelce. Who does he play for?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, is he still playing? By the way,
yeah, he's still playing. I think they're just not great. They're not a great team at the minute.
So are they
done.
Still in?
No, they're not in the
playoffs.
Yeah.
And then Steffon Digg plays for the New England
Patriots. Yeah.
That's the same team where Tom Brady was, right?
Yeah, playing on Sunday at 1 a.m. Just putting it out there.
Yeah. Oh, they're playing on Sunday?
On Sunday, yeah.
So because I've noticed that, and most recently, like Steffon Digg said, there's been like a lawsuit or something like a police case about him with another lady, like a chef who's alleging certain things, like about being physically assaulted and stuff like that. But then I've seen, like, every time I see Cardi B, she's at the games. And she's not just at the games, like, just watching. She's
a proper wag.
She's there with, what's his name? Robert Kraft, he's the owner, right?
Yeah, he's the owner of the Patriots.
Yeah, no, to be honest, like, you as a fan, how do you feel like when you see like the Taylor Swifts, the Cardi Bs, and all that sort of stuff? And is it beneficial to NFL and to the owners to kind of have these celebrity things? Because I've been intrigued. Why is Cardi B always with the Because to me, I'm like, it feels, are they using Cardi B? or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's so American football is complex.
Yeah.
In the sense that the first part is that if you're a proper full-on American football fan that loves tactics, yes, you watch the NFL because it's the biggest league in terms of professional league. But most of people that are really into the tactical nuances of American football actually enjoy college football more because it doesn't have a lot of the glitz and the glamour. Well, it didn't. Now it's starting to because of the whole model has changed where now college athletes can get paid based on their image rights and stuff like that. Right. So now, people that are 18, 19 are millionaires already. Yeah. But generally, the college game is much more physical, much more, the tactics are much more in-depth in parts. And then NFL just gets that in-depth and makes it a little bit more complex. Yeah. But generally, do they benefit from those power couples? 100% they do.
Really?
100% they do. The first thing that people need to understand, the NFL is not listed down as a sports league.
Oh,
it's an entertainment league, right? It's very similar to the WWF or WWE or whatever you call it.
Are you for real?
It's not. Then they don't put it down strictly as a sports league. It's a sports entertainment or whatever entertainment league. But let me tell you something. Entertainment is involved in the wedding some way, somehow.
Yeah.
Right? They bail so much on entertainment to the point that the argument that it might be rigged and fixed in certain parts, certain games might be rigged and fixed by the league are out there. Now, this is all allegations. I'm just going on the what people are saying out there. There's nothing that's been substantial that has been put forward, but as it is, the NFL benefits almost $200 million US every year from sports betting.
Oh wow!
Now that's through advertising, this and that and the third. So everyone always kind of pisses that and says, if they benefit $200 million from sports betting alone, wouldn't there be a need to fix certain things so that certain teams that have the lower odds don't win as much, that kind of thing. Because then the payout is higher, blah, 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 or higher odds payout is higher because a lot of people have bet on them. So there's always issues around that. In terms of the celebrity couples, do they benefit? 1,000,000% they do. Look at the Taylor Swift effect, for example. The Taylor Swift effect meant that the NFL gained extra fans, young girls and ladies especially, joined and they started watching the NFL more casually. You look at social media, Instagram and TikTok, you'll find that a lot more ladies were now having channels explaining American football basic concepts for people that are new fans. And they've got 50,000 to 300,000 followers on there. So they gained a lot of new fans. Casual may they be, fine. You look at Travis Kelce, his shirt sales went up by 200% at one point. Right? You look at even Russell Wilson and Sierra when Russell was playing, or I think he still plays as a backup somewhere. But Sierra, for example, even her stuff went out a little bit. For all of a sudden, she's now back in the limelight. She's singing the national anthems. She's now doing a little tour. So they all benefit somewhere, somehow. There's a mutual beneficial effect there. But definitely the NFL benefits from it. They make a lot of money from it. It's just entertainment and money. That's what it's about. Kraft himself benefits. Because you got to think, the more merchandise New England sells, the better. The more chocolates he sells, because Kraft now owns Cadbury.
What?
He bought Cadbury about, I think, just before COVID or sometime then. It's almost a decade now. So he owns Cadbury. Kraft owns Cadbury now.
Wow.
So he makes money from all those things.
Oh my God. That's enough wealth. You own Cadbury?
Look closer. Whenever you see any New England stuff, you will always see the Kraft logo around the stadium, Kraft logo. And somewhere in the background, you might find the Cadburys as well. Kraft organization, the Kraft company owns Cadbury's.
Yeah. Wow. No, you've answered the question because I've always kind of thought like, what the benefit is for like the people in sport, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I've always kind of thought like, do they get annoyed like when like their sporting people get hooked up with these? But it makes sense because it makes sense why. the NFL are really like sticking with Steffon Diggs and
The NFL is twisted, man. NFL is so twisted. Some of the stories that come out there, you're just like, why is that guy still playing football?
Yeah.
You get questions and you get serious issues, for example, where you get guys that have committed we'll go less with some of these crimes, some of these allegations that have got serious traffic violations, driving 200 miles an hour on a 60, and you're like, why are you still playing football? That's serious, but there still are. You look at Tyreek Hill, I think he's got like 600 children right now. I don't know how many children he's got, but there's loads. Oh my goodness,
how old is he?
Tyreek Hill is about 29, 28.
Oh my goodness.
He's got so many children. I don't know how many, probably about 12 or something. And the 12 with at least 10 baby mamas. So it's a lot going on. It is a lot. The NFL is a crazy world.
Oh my God, there's a lot going on. Talking about a lot going on. This is where I take a step back and what in the Venezuela?
Not in the Venezuela.
See, guys, we tried to not jump into the politics that
what in the Venezuela?
We can kind of massage you in, but oh my goodness, 2026, like we're not even.
Second day, my guy was already moving mad.
Like how is this okay?
It's not okay.
Like how is this okay? Like I literally couldn't believe it. But yeah, no, please take it away. Now they want to take Greenland?
Listen, with that topic, I don't know where to start. But I think the first base is accepting that two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Were they right to get him out of power? No. Was he corrupt and was he a dictator? Yes. So those two statements are true.
Yeah.
It just doesn't mean because one is a dictator, America then needs to come and flex its muscles.
Yeah.
The other thing that can be true at the same time is that America isn't there for the interest of the Venezuelan people. Was he a terrible man?
Yeah.
That needed his toenails to be chopped off or whatever? Yeah. We can argue all day and say yes, he was.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that the Americans had to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Because there's something called sovereignty.
Yeah.
And that is, sovereignty is down to the people of Venezuela to decide.
Yeah.
Now, if they decided they needed American help, fine. What's worrying and what's telling for me is the fact that where was the Venezuelan army when all of this was happening? I don't see anyone. Right across all these commentators, all these blogs, all these newspapers we're reading, no one is talking about where the Venezuelan army was during that time.
Right.
So you mean to tell me the army that is meant to protect the people of Venezuela saw a threat and put their weapons down and walked away? Which then tells me, if that's the case, who gave the order not to do anything or who did not give the order for them to fire? However you want to spin it.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is that the army officials in Venezuela were used or were paid off by the Americans to carry out this attack. Because it doesn't make sense to me that if you have a presidential palace or state house of any sort that is heavily armed, as soon as a threat comes in,
that the army is
not even going to fire one shot. You can't tell me that in a country that has air defense and all that kind of stuff, air defense apparatus, there was no point at all that one of them caught sight that there's random planes we don't recognize here that are coming to our airspace, or there's a missile that's been fired in our airspace that we need to intercept.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that. That is impossible. So it clearly shows that the issue was never just about getting my guy out of power. The issue was about taking control of the whole Venezuelan state and eventually Venezuelan resources. Now, what's making this conversation even much more shocking is the fact that people are somehow having amnesia to things that happened in Iraq, things that have happened in Afghanistan, things that have happened in Libya.
Yeah.
We're all kind of just going, things that happened in Vietnam even. We're all just going, things that happened in Nicaragua back in the day when CIA was infiltrating Nicaragua and making them a banana state.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right? We kind of going, things that happened in Cuba. We're kind of forgetting. This has nothing to do with the people of Venezuela, but everything to do with America having the natural resources of Venezuela so that they do right by the American people.
Yeah.
Full stop. And the worst part is they've said it. They have said it. And it's like they say it and everyone just keeps quiet to it and kind of goes, oh, okay. Yeah, but he was a very bad man and he needed to come out of office. Yes, he was a bad man. Two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
He was bad. America didn't have to invade.
Exactly.
That's an invasion. In that case, then why is America not being treated in the same anger as Russia was treated when they invaded Ukraine? Because it's very much exactly the same thing. Unless the Venezuelans went over there and said, excuse me, Mr. America, can you help us over there? We really need your help. Which, again, we go back to the military concept. If the army did not fire a single shot, could it mean that the army were either bought off, they signaled to the states that they need help, or they all just put their guns and run away?
And interestingly, so the vice president has been sworn in as the, I don't know, interim president or whatever.
Has, yeah.
And the army generals were in attendance. So that's interesting. Another interesting thing is, I'm forgetting her name, the opposition leader.
Yes.
Machado or something like that. I think, who, oh my God, she's been so outplayed by America, because initially when this happened, the opposition put out a big statement. Oh, this is a new day for Venezuela. Whatever. And before that, she'd been going on Fox News and really trying, lapping up to Trump, right? And then Trump, they asked him, like, oh, because I think they had elections in 2024, which some say, that they don't believe that Maduro won and that it was rigged and that the opposition won. And then they were like, oh, so in terms of taking power, the opposition leader, and then Trump was like, nah, she's not really respected or whatever. And I'm just like, and then I saw a clip where she was on Fox News, sort of, because she won the Nobel Peace Prize, right? Yeah. Where she sort of, I guess, was kind of saying, oh, if you want to share it. I'm like, nah, at some point, because literally all you're showing is that you will sell your country.
Yeah.
No, stand up, girl, yeah. And then I think I saw a report where they're saying, oh, she's going to the White House or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, this opposition is done.
No, it's done. It's gone.
It's gone. If
and
I'm Venezuelan and I'm looking at that, hell no.
And if you've noticed, all I've just done in the past 5 minutes when I was talking about this was just blame the army generals. The army generals are the ones that have bamboozled everything.
Yeah.
They have bamboozled everything, because even if their army is not the strongest army in the world, they could have put up a fight for 30 minutes and shown the people that were fighting for you. But the fact that not even one single shot was fired by them kind of shows you the level of corruption that goes on there, that they wanted this. Yeah. For whatever reason, whether they were paid off or whatever, they wanted this. And the vice president that's been sworn in, she is as guilty. Because if she was not as guilty, her first instruction would have been, make sure the Americans don't come anywhere near, protect our borders by all costs. She would have said, listen, these are our resources, no one is touching them. But even after her being sworn in, J.D. Vance is out here saying, we're protecting our interests. That's our borders. That's our neighborhood. He clearly said this. He said that is our neighborhood, and we'll patrol and protect our neighborhood for the interest of Americans.
Let me tell you, I'm seeing things I never thought were possible. I never thought we would see in plain view, right? Another thing is that's the maybe upside of having a Trump, because he has no filter. So he's literally just come out and said, it's the oil, right?
Yeah.
And I think my understanding is like back in the day.
Sorry, all I just see is that Dave Chappelle sketch.
Which
Remember from the Dave Chappelle show? Oil? Who said anything about oil? Is you cooking this?
With the now rolling.
What is that? Is you cooking this? Then it just runs off.
Yo, these guys are so brazen. Like literally, like it's just about oil. And I forgot what I wanted to say. Anyway, there's so much that's gone on, but there was a press conference over the weekend or a few days ago, right? Where I think the oil companies were in attendance or something, or Trump was meeting with the oil companies, right? This is how I've only found out that Chevron used to be an oil company or is an oil company, because I thought they did cars.
The rigs. So the rigs that extract the oil, that's what they do a lot.
Yeah. So literally, so Marco Rubio is next to Trump, and then he writes a note.
Oh, the note. Oh my goodness.
Yo, and then he gives Trump the note. Trump being Trump, he reads the note out aloud, and basically,
face, mate, his face, that was cringe.
Marco Rubio was like,
"Oh, brother."
So Trump reads basically Trump. He said to Rubio, saying to Trump,
something along those. That's enough. You gotta go meet with Chevron again, or something.
Basically saying Chevron wanted to ask about this, like basically give the stage to Chevron. And I'm like, this is happening in plain view. These people are bought, and like, the politicians are absolutely bought by these people.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, yo, and obviously Marco Rubio being Cuban American and the beef that they have, and obviously a lot of like the right wing Cuban Americans, obviously they don't want like Cuba to be a communist socialist state or whatever, right? So that's their interest as well. So anyway, I could go on and on, but I did want to kind of bring in South Africa, because I know, like, people, but me, I like cupcake. I like
cupcake.
No, but okay. Let me not be playful about this, but his statement, I mean, first of all, South Africa's statement, and then he's like, he was on camera and he was basically saying like, this is in breach of like literally all the rules that we have. International law, and basically we need the United Nations Security Council to meet. And I was like, but I'm thinking, okay, how come we're not, what does this mean for Africa? Because we're not hearing anything from anyone else. And me, I'm like, oh man, I feel like Cyril Ramaphosa, I feel like South Africa, for all its faults, man, on the global stage, they've really taken what I believe are principled approaches and have not been scared, even given with the whole like white farmers and everything there. So I guess in my mind, I'm kind of like, I'm a bit scared, like for South Africa, like for Cyril Ramaphosa, that I'm like, oh man, he's putting a target on his back yet again.
Nah, not a chance.
Why not?
They wouldn't do anything to South Africa. I think, going back firstly to your point around politicians being bought, I've always maintained this, that the American government system is the biggest insider trading system in the world. If you look at simple thing as American politicians, they walk in with $1,000 in their account, and after their terms, if they ever leave office, walk out with $50 million in their account. Not because of bribes, not because of whatever, but because of insider trading. So whenever they have those committee conversations, they already know where they're putting their little £1,000 and little $1,000 to, so that they know in 3 years' time it will grow and become 50 million. So that's some serious insider trading that's happening there. South Africa is safe. One, on the front that the trade between South Africa and America has grown significantly over the past few years. I think I did mention before that it was in the region of about 700 million, and now it's just over $1 billion. In the context of global trade, that isn't much. So firstly, they're not a threat to to the trade with America that much. Secondly, the reason why they're not a threat, and why, rather not a threat, but why they would not be touched by America, is simply because that South Africa has its own defense manufacturing industry.
Okay.
Countries that have their own defense manufacturing industries are generally left alone. Now, the only thing that can cripple a defense manufacturing industry are sanctions. But that's also hoping that they generally import a lot in order to make what they need to make. South Africa imports are not incredibly high for the country they are in comparison to other similar countries.
Yeah.
Because they've got quite a bit going on internally anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, defense manufacturing industry is the key. That is the main key. Otherwise, by now, the likes of Iran, the likes of North Korea will be in big trouble.
Yeah.
Now, whether their missiles work or not, that's a whole different conversation we can have around that.
Yeah.
From a military standpoint. But it's very difficult to attack a country that has their own defense manufacturing industries, because for every tank you blow up, they'll make another one. Now, this is the issue that, again, no one wants to talk about with Russia and Ukraine. For every missile that blows up in Ukraine, there's another one coming through the production line in Russia. For every tank that Ukraine blows up, there's another one that's coming through in Russia. Because they're not relying on anyone else to bring in those that equipment. Whereas Ukraine is going through the opposite.
Yeah.
That they now have to rely on NATO countries and America to help them restock whatever they need restocking.
Yeah.
And this is where the fragileness of the whole conflict comes in. Again, we can have a conversation whether the Russian military is strong enough, blah, blah, blah. That's a whole different conversation altogether. This is simply about defense manufacturing industries. The fact that you can make another weapon, whether it blows up in the air, it doesn't matter. But by virtue of you having it there is a threat to a country, full stop. And the fact that they'll make another one is a threat. So we don't want to touch that.
Yeah. Interesting. I know we don't have much time, but maybe this is a topic for another day. But I know, like, there's been videos of, like, people in Venezuela, no, not even people, Venezuelans outside, who are like, we don't care. We are so happy that Maduro is gone, right? Yeah. And it took me back to a Teapot Nation in 2017.
Is this Charlie Lance?
Where?
If you know, you know.
Yo, I can't lie. I was at the embassy, you know.
That's you.
I went to the embassy.
I was home. I slept. I keep telling people, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
Because all you're just doing is you're replacing X for X.
Yeah.
It's not X for Y.
Yeah.
It's X for X. So you're replacing the same thing for the same thing. It's just so happened that it just wore a blue tie instead of a red one. And the Venezuelans have every right to be happy. Because, again, I said two things can be true.
Yeah.
Right? You have every right to be happy. You have seen a terrible man be arrested.
Yeah.
But arrested by the wrong people.
Exactly. And it creates a vacuum, which...
And what do vacuums do in countries?
Bruh.
We've seen it in Iraq. We've seen it in Afghanistan. We've seen it in Libya.
Yep.
We see it in the Congo.
Yep.
Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yep.
That vacuums, as much as there's a government there, but that's a government that is widely seen as not legitimate by other people.
Yeah.
Then let's just create the continuous belt. We've seen what France has done right across West Africa.
Yeah.
This is why coups are very prevalent in West Africa, because it just creates this vacuum that just keeps spiraling. You look at even the Americas as we speak right now. I spoke of Nicaragua. They messed around with it so much that it just created a vacuum. Haiti is an example. Again, massive vacuum that they left there. Where all of a sudden everything is just always spiraling.
Yeah.
You don't know whether that guy was legitimately voted in or not. Even if he was, someone else doesn't trust that process because of what happened before. Then someone else decides they've got a better idea. Asked him. And then something else happens. Someone decides they've got a better idea. It just ends up creating this instability that just perpetuates on and on and on. And as much as they're happy, again, two things can be true at the same time. They can be happy that a bad man is out of office, as Trump would say, a very, very bad man. Right? But the wrong people did it. And the people that did it do not have the interest of Venezuelans at heart.
And I have a prediction. I think because Maduro and his wife are in court in the US, under what jurisdiction, who knows, right? I don't think that's going to go well. I think the defense is going to have a very strong case. And I mean, obviously I was going to say the US courts are impartial, but
the black brothers in prison will say otherwise.
Yeah, but I mean, I would, I mean, the judge that's looking after this case, I pity them.
Biggest insider trading. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna go well in the US courts.
Do you know, I've come and sat here a few times with you, and I spoke to you about how in the next 10, 15 years, the sustainability of capitalism will be put to the test.
Yeah.
This is a part of it.
Yeah.
The reason why America has to do this is because of oil reserves. Yeah. The reason why all of a sudden America is now helping Nigeria.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a huge trade in Nigeria all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oil reserves. The reason why white genocide is now a thing in South Africa is because of resources. Right? America doesn't care about anybody else other than the guise of that capitalism is good.
Yeah.
Now, capitalism is not all of that. We know that.
Yeah.
Because it enriches a few aspects of society, not everybody else.
Woo! Guys. But, I mean, listen. 2026 has started off with, I don't know, with a bang. I don't know if that's the right...
It was a bang at the State House, that's for sure.
It is good. Yeah, no, it is something else. But we do have to go. I wish we had more time because all I kept thinking was, I can imagine if they did that to Mugabe. Imagine if you woke up one day and Mugabe is in the United States with Grace.
Listen, sometimes I don't know what's more humiliating, being there longer than you need to be, or someone else flushing you out.
Yeah.
History will always repeat itself. So no matter what, someone will flush you out at some point.
Exactly.
When you look at the pictures of Saddam, I was paying for that because again, it goes back to things can be true. Was he a bad man? Terrible man.
Yeah.
But was that the right way of doing it? No, it wasn't. In Libya, when Gaddafi was now being done bits to, again, terrible man, wrong way.
Exactly.
You look at even was it Ivory Coast? I can't remember. Again, when they got him out, my guy was wearing a vest. His first lady, the wig was now looking the opposite direction, coming out of a little tunnel. Bad man, terrible way.
Exactly. But anyway, let's end this here. Finish the sentence. I don't blame people for disappointing you.
But I blame you for trusting them.
Trust nobody.
Hey, Maduro is learning that the wrong way. He's trusted his generals. Look at my guy now. Yo! Life.
No, guys, thank you so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, please share. We'll put Brian's details in the more information section so please check it out. And I've been Natasha. Great having you guys on. Brian,
yes,
hopefully we'll have more of these.
Yep.
But guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and this year, the content will be contenting. So thank you so much. Bye, guys. Lisa,
see you later. Here. Bye.
Thank you. So quick.